shitty microphone edition. It's only me that has a shitty mic, though. Dream is perfectly fine. Hey, Dream.
Well, mine is the usual level of shitty. It's not worse than normal.
Yeah, exactly. There's no degradation. I don't know. I hope this is gonna work well. I'm also on a really crappy connection on my phone recording this. So yeah, let's see what happens.
This is a high production value.
I mean, we are professionals. We are taking this super seriously and making a ton of money out of this. So yeah.
I wish.
Yeah, oh God, I am so rich from starting this podcast. Like I can retire now, and like you would not believe. Okay, first of all, before we fucking talk about the game, let's talk about something close to the game. Why is fandom such a shit wiki? All right, like why is it absolutely covered in ads?
The power of big corporate takeovers, I guess.
Yeah, it's like there's so much. Okay, okay, but I'm gonna drop it. All right, so Dream, listen, I had a question for you. So, how do you feel about sluts?
Um, it's complicated.
Okay, and let me
And I
roll that
don't
back.
think
Actually,
we'll
I
get
just
into
realized that
that.
sounded sexist, so I wanna explain. So sluts for me is somebody that likes getting laid and like is open about it, right?
Okay.
Right. So I'm just trying to do a funny segue into Lilith. Okay, like oh my God, you're not supporting me at all.
Like, I see where this is going, but I am not about to entertain that.
All right. Okay, okay. So I've already spoiled it. It's of course Halloween in no, it's on Monday, right? Halloween is Monday, yes.
Yeah.
So this is the Halloween week. Very, very spooky. And we are getting Lilith
Yes, our
as
very generic succubus has returned.
yeah. Like honestly, that bothers me. I really feel it when you said it. She is so very generic. Like there's nothing connecting her to FFB lore or anything. I would have so much more preferred if they just did another. I would take another Fina like over this because
Well, that,
Fina
that
has
that's
more connection
pushing
to
it.
the game.
That's pushing it. But
Okay, you know what? I would take a Slut Rain. Okay,
of
like
course you would.
actually we already got that kind of. Well, no, we got the demonic Rain, but those
A
were
little
like in my,
different.
my but those were more fun, right? Like those were more fun units when they're kind of connected to FFB in some way. Lilith is very generic, and not generic like I mean, Kresnik is also a unique FFB unit that was only released on a banner. It doesn't have a story of his own. Yeah, but it's still not a generic succubus, I guess. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, I felt like I'm starting to shit on Lilith, but I know she has a lot of fans. So I'm not trying to alienate anyone. I'm just reacting to the fact that she's not very unique. All right.
Oh, I am. Lilith, since you know who you are, you should feel bad.
True. All right. Lilith, she is actually a pretty decent unit. Just I feel like people are angry because she's not absolutely overpowered.
She is perfectly fine.
Right. Perfectly fine.
With
So if
she's got a couple of slight annoyances, but
did you say slut
the
annoyances?
slight,
My bad. My bad.
but yeah, fine.
So she has a really one of those. First thing I want to mention, and I'm guessing this is where you're coming with annoyances, with the slut annoyances, is that she has one of those dark imbue, dark absorb abilities, right? Um, but it's slightly annoying.
That's not really the annoying one. That's just a useful tool for absorbing a big kill turn of physical damage.
It is, but it's only on her, and we're kind of used to these abilities being on the entire party.
That's true,
Uh,
but like when she's a cover tank for physical, which is what isn't being imbued, it's like kind of fine
No,
mostly.
that's a good point. That's a good point. Like this is still going to make her survive any type of dark mixed damage for one turn. Okay, all right. So, but I've already got into the kit. I feel like I'm jumping all over the place here. So maybe we should say first what type of unit Lilith is.
She's basically global exclusive eject, fusing physical tech and damage dealer with defense scaling.
Right,
That's sort
and
of the
she's
core
another
of it.
SLB unit. We should maybe say.
Yeah, which is not the end of the world.
No, not at all. We saw that with
Yeah.
Olive. It's it's not perfect, but it works if it's a
Yeah.
good unit.
And in fact, thinking about it, a couple of the sort of other combinations of tank plus damage that we've kind of seen with like Esther and Chow, I feel like them being Brave Shift ended up actually being detrimental to being able to do both roles in one battle because they
Yeah,
need that setup turn in their non-tank form before their burst.
yeah, yeah. No, no, no. Absolutely. It's like, I mean, I guess people maybe are wishing for, okay, she could have been the damage tank in one form, and then she could have been, I don't know, a support unit or healer or whatever in the other. Uh, but this is, I mean, this is not a bad setup at all. And
It's fine.
yeah, it's absolutely fine. Maybe we should let's mention her SLB first then, because I brought it up, and you've already said that she's a damage dealer. So
Mm,
her SLB is kind of I like her SLB. It's a pretty cool combination of the normal tank kit, which is the big damage mitigation for the party, and the huge nuke that scales with morale.
I think the one this is where one of the annoyances comes in is that her SLB only has the AoE general mitigation on it. For the physical one is only on the regular LB.
Oh
So
wow, I just noticed that now. Okay.
yeah. So maintaining that physical mitigation AoE, that's one of the annoying parts of it because it has to be on the regular LB and
Right, right.
only lasts 3 turns, so the timing gets a bit awkward with working around that SLB auto charge and whatnot.
Exactly, exactly. Because you can't like not use your SLB when it pops, so
Yeah.
it can be a bit of an annoyance.
Mm.
Does she have any physical mit in her kit in the rest of her kit?
I think she's got like the 50% on her sort of copy paste cover ability, but
Right, right, yeah.
nothing higher than that.
Nothing higher than that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you really want to do that, right? Like you want to do you want to use her LB to get that physical negation up. I mean,
Yeah.
we're still pretending we didn't bring Sylvie, right? Like, but so if you didn't
Yeah,
bring Sylvie,
if you're bringing someone else that covers it, then it's not a problem and functions a lot more smoothly.
yeah. So her LB is also Extreme Nova, which is super nice. That's kind of the LB
Mm.
standard in GL
Tag
right
chain
now.
over even is an
Yeah.
extra bonus.
Wait, it's tag chain? I thought, it actually gives tag chain to the LB as well. So it does give tag chain to a bunch of her other abilities, the Kiss of Betrayal ones. But it also does it for the SL. So that's really nice. That is really
Yeah, on
nice.
the
And the mod is fairly high. It's
yeah,
805x max. So what does that
yeah,
mean for her
maximum.
damage?
Because she's defense scaling, which isn't quite as well supported by gear, and her flat defense isn't quite as high as some of the flat attack and magic we've seen lately. It's very solid, but not quite top tier.
Okay.
But in,
All
in
right.
terms of being able to compress it into a tank slot, pretty solid.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And I guess like if you're dumping whale gear on her, it gets maybe a bit better. I'm just quickly glancing over at Sinzar's sheet and got super depressed by seeing how high Black Mage Golbez is there. But I'm looking at the Cowburst and I see that Lilith is actually second best DPS right now, just after
Yeah.
Sky.
But this,
That's
yeah,
pretty fucking strong.
I mean, for this particular one, she's got like a bit of a killer advantage, but with Lee, but yeah, it's pretty up there.
Nice. I mean that's very nice. Congrats to everyone that got Lilith. She's actually so she's gonna suffer from the same problem that actually I take that back. For some reason I thought she was element locked. She's not element locked. She's a fantastic unit.
No, no, she's elementally flexible, as are
Yeah.
most global exclusives. So yeah,
So
that's
I mean,
nice.
why are people being upset? Like so she's an actually super tanky
I
tank
don't know.
that is like the second strongest damage dealer and like second strongest by like a tiny
Mm,
margin. Like Sky is broken, we
yeah,
know, but like, you know.
yeah. I mean, she's a reasonably tanky tank, like the level of normal tanks. But I don't know. I think for some reason people seem to be expecting a tank as good as Runda plus this top damage dealing plus a full dark support and whatnot, which is
Yeah.
just
Um,
unrealistic.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, wow, this unit is
Yeah,
amazing. It's like I wish I had her. Just saying.
yeah.
Okay,
Like I
so
mean,
big damage. Does
individually what she's doing is like not too special or hard to replace, I guess. But compressing damage into like your tank slot is usually not a slot you get much damage out of on your burst turn in Clash.
Exactly.
So being able
Like
to
not even
compress
with
good
Chow.
damage into that slot
Yeah.
and basically
Yeah.
just get an extra damage dealer on the team
Yeah.
is certainly useful and good.
For sure. And I mean, it's not just it's not like
Mm.
with Chow, like you get a damage dealer, but it's like it's not amazing, right? He's gonna do some damage.
Yeah, and you
Um,
and again, because of that, you have to shift into a non-tank form that can't really build HP and max spirit very well with killers, and needing a
right.
setup turn for his modifier, it means you usually just kind of can't use Chow's damage in any
Yeah.
meaningful way.
True. True. And some other stuff she has is pretty nice. She has a heal, an MP recover, for the
Mm.
party. That's pretty decent. What else does she have? She's actually pretty selfish outside of that, honestly. If you can call a tank
Yeah,
selfish, I mean
again,
their whole thing
she
is
is
not being.
she is not a support. Stop
Yeah,
trying to think of her as
exactly.
anyone
No,
out there, but
she's a tank that hits fucking hard when she needs to.
and she's got a fair amount of counters with like skill-based ones. They don't chain, so they're not gonna do too much damage. And thankfully, Gumi has learned from both Chao and Riku, and her basic attack replacement is just her HP and MP AoE heal. So that if that's triggered 1,000 times by a full Blizzard Orb setup, it's not gonna do anything or be super massive. Like it'll
But
fully
it's a
heal.
really, yeah, it's a full heal though.
Like
It's really
it's a
nice.
handy yeah, it's a handy tool to full heal the team, but after more than 5 procs, it's doing nothing, so it's
Yeah.
not gonna be some crazy damage option or like a super morale bot,
No. Yeah.
which I
No.
think
No.
is
For
good
sure.
for
For sure.
balance.
Absolutely, absolutely. I fucking hate Chow. I mean, I like Chow, but I hate what he's doing to Cow. So like the only way to counter Chow is now to just do physical fights, because otherwise
Yeah.
everyone's gonna bring Chow and get like endless morale. Speaking of morale, what are her ways to increase morale?
She's got a counter one of her counters fills a bit, it's just fills 200, and I think that can trigger twice per turn,
Yeah,
but she's
the
not
rousing
really a
dream.
morale she's not really a morale filler, to be honest. That's not
No, but
one
this
of
is
her
kind of on
jobs.
the level that you get from, well, non-Chow tanks. Like this
Yeah.
is kind of
Four
what May
400
does per
per
turn
turn
as well.
is yeah, it's on the low side, but again, that's not her role, don't expect it from her.
No, exactly, exactly. Oh, so this is a very nice unit, very nice unit.
Yeah, it's
And
solid.
has a pretty decent, albeit generic sprite, I guess.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, yeah, and one of the other, like, little annoyances that be going on is her self, like, dark amp that she'll use if you're actually using dark,
right?
applies an AoE imbue for dark, but not any AoE amp.
Hmm.
So at that
Oh,
point, it's
that's a
sort of like
shame.
it might as well be a single target imbue, so it's not just unwanted. But also,
Yeah,
if you're not using a dark team, then there's not really much reason to use the ability. Like it's a
yeah,
slightly better defense and spirit buff for her, but when do you not have that available externally?
yeah, exactly. You're gonna have that better from somebody else. It's just
You know,
300% anyway.
from your unit that's actually a support.
Yeah, precisely, precisely. Okay, but a very good unit. Maybe we should say something. Do we have anything to say about her TMR? Her TMR is good. It's like decent. What about her STMR? It's a very thick mace.
Yeah, it's in a bit of an awkward spot because sort of light +4 exists, and
Yeah,
that's basically like A can be one-handed, so is kind of if you want pure bulk and tanking, definitely better for that. But you can use it with a shield, and
yeah, but this
then
is the damage option, right?
yeah. But then the two-handed version of Sword of Light has a bunch of LB damage on it, which helps with gearing, and also Sword is potentially has better weapon imperil options than Mace.
Yeah, does she have her own in peril?
She's got her own Mace imperil, but it's only 20%, so it's not super strong.
Ah, okay, okay, yeah. So you'd probably be using Sylvie then, and just use her with
Yeah,
two-handed Sword of Light. I keep forgetting you can
yeah.
make that shit two-handed. I mean, I almost never need it to be two-handed,
Yeah,
but it's good to know
I've
actually.
only really used the one-handed version, to be honest, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I mean, in Clash, Kaito can also AoE imperil 25 to everything, and extra on katanas.
True, true. So at least, you're gonna have 25 if you're bringing Kaido, which you might for this
Yeah,
cow. We're gonna get to that soon.
yeah. He's still, like, by far the best Clash breaker in
Yeah,
general.
for sure.
But, But yeah, like it's a fine weapon for her, but it's not exactly super impressive when this very accessible TMR weapon competes with it.
No, no, true, true. All right, so good unit overall. Not much more to say. Did I forget something about her?
I don't think much. She can do a massive AoE dark resistance buff of 200% with Bar Darkja. Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. Not preemptively like Seymour, unfortunately, but she
yeah.
can still do it.
No, it's not. But like, she's not the most interesting, but she's fine.
Yeah. I mean, she's really strong at what she does, you know? And and I mean, people will be pulling for her. Sure, you're saying that, like in Sinzar's DPS sheet, she's gonna be a bit lower once killer gearing gets harder, for sure. But it's still impressive what she can do, though. Like, I think her
Yeah,
output is always gonna be pretty impressive.
yeah. Part of what's also boosting her up a bit from this clash is her personal amp is better than what's AoE available for any of the elements of this one. Like
Yeah.
she's at 60 and most of the others are at 50 or 45.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Dark is a really weird element. Like, and I understand why people were hoping for her to be some type of dark support because we don't really have a good dark support. So this would be
Yeah.
GL's dark support,
Yeah.
but yeah, she's not, and that's okay
No,
because she's actually a really good unit.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
So
I
let's
guess
talk. Sorry.
there's both her card and her banner card,
Right. So I heard her
which
banner
are
card is
quite
crap. I haven't
similar.
even looked at it.
Yeah, neither of the cards are particularly impressive, to be honest. They're quite similar in sort of HP plus defense cards for tanks. Like her own one is sort of the simple 1,000, 100, 500 flat stats for both stats on FFB units, a few killers, and basic stats. And
Right.
then the banner one is a little better, I would say. Just trying to quickly bring up the actual numbers for it. But Banner One adds a lot more spirit as well, and then also has a bunch of equipment defense and equipment spirit on it.
It's trying to be like
150 for
the
each.
best tank stat card, really. But
I
isn't
mean,
like
yeah, like it has the abilities on it are very solid with all that equipment stat, but for units that can already get close to cap on that, the like power cut has so much more base HP on it.
right.
And yeah, or like Jack's premium card if you're really going out there,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's not very accessible.
Although, like, it's a very nice bonus when you're chasing Lilith and you get that one lap. Because most
Yeah, yeah,
people will
it's
not
like
get her before the one lap anyway. So, it's
it's a
definitely a
decent
nice
tank
bonus.
card, but it's not one of those global exclusive cards that you're really gonna be like hating that you missed, I don't think.
Yeah,
Which personally, as I'm trying to save Lapis, I'm glad that both her and her card are like not too irreplaceable.
yeah, yeah.
Not,
It's not the,
not
the quality
yeah,
we've seen with some other cards like Dazzling Demoness or
yeah.
the Smile card and so on. Well, actually,
Mm,
Smile card is not really
yeah.
that strong, I guess, but yeah.
But yeah, not every release has to be OP.
Mm,
Some of us are
exactly.
poor
Not
and
every.
need
Yeah, exactly. I'm happy I get to skip this banner, although like skipping a banner doesn't really mean anything since I just pull dailies anyway. Um, okay, but let's move on then. Let's move on to Carton, who I actually had no idea got a buff until Dream said so. So
I'm
that's
not sure how
interesting.
you missed that.
Well, I am like my excuse is I'm still traveling for business and I am I'm nowhere near using my computer for leisure in the same way that I am when I'm at home. I'm like so yeah. But he did get a buff, so I guess like all Carton fans are going to be happy. And then I was
Mhm.
like, before the episode, I was like, oh, so is Carton good? And apparently the answer is no.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he gets a chunk of flat attack, and some TDH to help with that gearing because he's still naturally dual wield, but hasn't been used that way very much. And then the main thing that was sort of would depend on how good it was that we didn't know until maintenance was the mod boost for his Feral Frenzy, the Berserk ability,
Yeah,
and what we got is 200, which becomes 600 when it double dips, but or triple dips, but that's still not really the amount he needed to come good.
yeah, yeah. Just again for
Like,
comparison, I'm looking at Cesar's sheet, and Carton is like the lowest. Nah, no, no, I don't like. He's just below. He's just way below there. If we say that 150 and up is the new standard, he's at 120. So
It's down around like Wilk level, or
yeah, just below Wilk basically.
but with a bit of an element advantage.
Yeah, and I mean, and this is for this cow where he actually also has a bit of a killer advantage. Just saying,
Yeah, because against other races, the fact that he's having to force TDH
it's
is
really hard to gear.
putting a drain on killers, even
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
for sure.
100% on this material.
I mean, honestly, I thought it was hard to gear for this cow, even like, or it was hard to gear non-Halloween units for this cow because Stone and Reaper killers were really
Yeah,
difficult
they're
to
both
combine. It turns out,
pretty rough races.
yeah.
But
So
no,
they definitely get an advantage.
I haven't started getting into that yet.
I did a bit. I haven't done the final yet because I ran out of orbs, but I think I'm a level 97 or whatever. It seems to be very easy this time around. People have already capped it.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't look too bad.
it seems to be very, very trivial. Like from what I've
Yeah,
gathered and from what I've seen is that, oh, so we're already on Cal. That's great because that was also the next
yeah,
thing
I
to
guess
talk
that's
about.
our segue. By Carton.
Yeah, by Carton.
Good,
No,
good on.
but seems to be that like super trivial trial until you get to like 87 or something, and then the trial starts to do preempted charm. So you just
Mm,
handle that somehow. Either you equip everyone with a
But
T-Fast TMR because you obviously have six, like I do.
there's
Sorry,
there's other sources of charm immunity that you can gear with. But
yeah, you have Locks TMR. There is the Valentine's Day bouquet of flowers we recently got.
yeah, Super
Um,
Ribbon's a bit of an older one now, but
oh,
still
Super
good.
Ribbon. Yeah, yeah. Actually, and one that I'm going to STMR Moogle today when I'm doing my Regina run is actually um, Beach Boys Shinju's SMR. Actually has a decent magic stat and charm resistance.
That's a good one for your mages.
Yeah, so I'm slapping that on Regina in order to see if she can cap on her own. I doubt it, but I'm going
Yeah,
to
probably
fucking
not.
try.
Not with ice not being one of the weak elements.
Yeah, she's gonna have to play on her worst element. Although again, like getting Regina to play on a bad element is still easier because you can bring all the fucking amps in the world because you literally have an empty party.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that we forgot to write on the schedule, but is a good mention of you could use Nicole's single target 100% amp that he now has because
Wait, what?
Him and Sakura got their EX upgrades and crowns as well this week.
Oh my god, I am bringing Nicole. Okay, so that's a bit disappointing because I was kind of hoping to bring my girl Renoa, because she actually had okay. But now I'm gonna bring Nicole and he literally brings everything then. Well, no.
Yeah.
Who can do an
Well,
amp
kind of.
field
Um,
for water? Can anyone? Kaito? No.
no one good that I can think of. Maybe one of like the 5 stars, but no, I don't think there's much. Faris or
Would
Lunafreya
Faris?
might
Yeah.
have one, but I think there's only one damage type, so might not be the right one.
Yeah. The
And
Faris only is
back
physical, so
25%.
yeah, I think Faris is physical. I'm pretty sure, at least. That's her
Yeah,
biggest problem, I think. Yeah,
so
exactly. But that's fine though, because that would still work for Regina, right?
it'll work with the imbuable one.
Yeah, but that's the
Yes,
one you have to use if you're doing water, right?
but going back a little bit. So yeah,
Okay,
Nickel
listen,
and
we're building a
Sakura.
Regina team right now, all right? Okay, but so Nicholas Sakura was stealth buff, nice.
Yep, they got free EX2 abilities, which are their single target amps that do the leftier 60, 80, 100
Hmm?
setup. And then their crowns boost their imperil fields to get up to the first level of them makes them enemy only, which is handy for like not overriding your amp fields and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then at max level they get up to a 50% imperil, which is pretty
Oof.
strong when you stack it with, a regular imperil.
Oh, that's fucking juicy.
And the other thing, Sakura finally got burst, which means she
Oh,
can do a
shit.
regular lightning imperil as well.
But did anyone else get fucking burst?
No,
No. Of
no,
course I fucking
so
didn't. Jesus
yeah,
Christ. Okay,
but
but at least it's something. I mean, it makes her an easier unit to use for
yeah,
sure.
it means you can pair Thunder Sage Sakura with Return Sakura
Yeah,
and
that's.
have a bad combo.
I mean, hey, it's a Regina combo, all right? Because like those two will bring everything you need to buff a Regina, all right? Like I love these combos nowadays. This is my new favorite thing.
Return Sakura doesn't bring anything to buff though.
Wait, return?
That's
Doesn't
just
she have a field?
no. She just does the big modifier quad burst chaining.
Oh, okay.
So
I was
she
sure she
finally
had
has a
some type of
partner.
field.
No support on her. But
Oh,
yeah, Nickel
okay.
and Sakura can now bring 185 in peril by themselves, which is pretty neat.
That is very nice. Very,
Yeah,
very nice.
single target 100% amp plus AoE 45 is very solid with stat buffs on side as well. So they're pretty
Yeah.
decent. I mean,
Wow.
Sakura still has to compete with Sylvie's AoE 100% lightning amp,
Yeah, of
which is
course.
tricky. But Nicole's nice on water now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even in a Regina team, you'd bring. Well, actually, no. You would actually bring Sakura for the big field, though, Imperil
Yeah,
field.
I think for Regina or maybe with Balthier as well, you would
Yeah, yeah.
just bring Sakura. And with some other teams, you might even bring both Sakura for the big Imperial and Sylvie for the big amp.
Maybe. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it'll
Maybe.
be a
I mean,
stretch.
hmm. Okay. So
Yeah,
that's a really
they're
nice,
nice.
nice intro because Nickel then becomes a really good option for this
Mm,
cow to bring, and many might have him at EX3. Uh,
yeah. What's
so or yeah.
I mean, you only need the EX2 for the ability, but yeah, for Clash team building, you kind of want EX3 on supports.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
So that's nice. And this kind of leads us into the elements. So we're talking about nickel because water is one of the weak elements. Is it the
mm.
weakest? No,
No,
dark is the weakest, right?
Dark's the weakest, but Water and Light are close behind. And yeah, this is the first Clash since her release that doesn't have either of Sylvie's elements, so that makes the support scene a bit more interesting.
Hmm. Well, I wonder how many are going to bring Sylvie anyway. But let's see.
Yeah, I mean, all
Um,
their buffs are still nice.
yeah. So question: how much weaker is, or what's the difference between the weakest element and the other two?
I think their base resistance are like -30 versus -10, just
Okay, so it's a
-30 or
20 diff.
15, 15% difference.
Okay, so 15% difference. Okay, so that's still then probably worth bringing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah, I
right,
think.
all right.
I
No,
mean,
I
if you
was just
haven't.
wondering, like, what would you like? How big of a difference is it to actually go dark? Because, like, so for instance, in the Nicole team, you would lose the 15% in peril. He would bring the bigger one through his field, but he would also bring the 100% single target amp to someone, which might then be worth going water instead of dark for many people, actually.
Yeah. If you've got a high EX Asura Shrine Dark Fina for like her 75% AoE Dark Amp with her field included, that's like a very solid option as well.
Yeah,
But I think
you'd bring her plus Fina. Sorry, plus Renoa to get
yeah,
like. But then Renoa is such a dead
yeah.
slot in that team.
Yeah, Renault might not be worth a slot, but
Yeah,
still the
yeah. The good thing about
75%
Nickel
amp's
is
good.
he does everything you need basically.
Mm,
Like he,
yeah.
I mean, you're just missing out on a tiny AOE amp basically,
Yeah.
or tiny amp field.
With Dark you can bring Golbez as one because one of his event armor upgrades does a like a preemptive 150% Dark Imperil.
Yeah.
I think it's preemptive, it might just be
No,
an active.
wasn't it an ability? Okay, but yeah, okay.
But yeah, he can be a source of a big Dark Imperil, so that can work well if you've got a good Shrine Fina. And
I
then
think yeah,
Light's probably the worst of the three, but it can still actually be quite decent if you've got a good return Fina, similarly, because
yeah.
she does 75% amp, and then you can do 30% light Imperial Field from Tsukiko, who can also do quite good damage with her Chain Magnus, that's light element.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, Tsuki is a great option for this cow. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, you can bring her, for sure.
So I think this is an interesting one where kind of all three elements feel quite viable if you've got the right units at good
Yeah,
EX level.
and I like the fact that we're switching it up a bit in the support meta.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Um,
good.
it- it's fun to bring different units. I'm actually gonna have a hard time figuring out what's going to be the maximum damage team for me if it's going to be
Mm,
a full-on dark team with Dark Fina
mm,
and Renoa, or if I'm gonna bring Nickel and Ferris.
yeah.
Probably gonna be Nickel and Ferris based on the
Mm.
amp alone.
Might be a bit of an awkward one for me because I have EX2 Nicole, EX1 Return of Fina with no Tsukiko and no Premium Dark Fina.
Hold the fuck on. Oh, really? So wait, but I mean, you have Tsuki at least, right?
Nope,
So you would bring.
no Tsuki.
Oh no, no, you don't have Tsuki. You never got her.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's really awkward. So Bulwark then, right?
Yeah, I might have to use the 30% Bulwark amp team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, you
Or
do what
my
you
my
have to for
EX
sure.
my EX levels on other units might be good enough to fit Nicole in at EX2, and I
Yeah,
might be able to use water with that and just put the 100% amp on like Chizuru.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, this one might actually be a bit tricky for me.
Okay. Yeah, does sound a bit tricky actually, but I hope you figure it out. I mean, it seems to be
Yeah.
easy to cap, so maybe you can cap it. Maybe you can just go water with Kaido, and just
Yeah, that's true. Kaido can also help with 45% amp AoE and stuff, but his
yeah.
um his imbue is pretty limited.
I know
So
that
you've
sucks
got
actually. You could bring
water,
Kaido and
or fire.
Nickel. You
Yeah,
could do
I
like
mean I
Kaito and
would.
Nickel or something. Yeah.
I would bring Kaido anyway. And actually that would give even better water in peril with Kaido's morale skills.
Yeah.
Have a
Yeah.
200% water in peril all up if I spent crowns on Nicole.
Yeah. How much does Nickel have? Because I'm thinking I probably want to bring Laguna too.
He's got 135 from Flood plus 3, and then the 50 in peril field. So
Right. Laguna
upgrading
has
to Laguna,
145.
yeah, probably not worth. And I
No,
don't
but
think
if
we
I
have a
don't,
160 water yet. Oh, we've got
sorry.
Lulu. We've got Lulu for 160 water if you
Lulu, I'm
really
bringing
wanted.
fucking Lulu. Yes, I am bringing Lulu. Yes,
You have her
great.
high EX?
Oh shit. Wait. Fuck, I have to bring high EX units too. God fucking damn it. Okay, so
Bring
Regina is nice.
Kaito.
Oh,
He does 150.
Kaito does 150.
Yeah, with his or at least I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that right. With
Holy shit.
his morale skill that does like the Omni Imperil on the 90% Spirit Break. I think that's a 150 water and 125 other elements.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I mean, also when I'm doing the Regina clear, I don't care about capping per se. I would just want to know if she can cap with the defense mods enabled, and I think I can do
Yeah,
like all the defense and HP mods. So that's the thing I want to find out. Really, I don't super care for if she can like do a full cap. I rarely do all mods anyway because it's usually a hassle for gearing.
that's fair.
But yeah, okay. I just need to check this. Does Kaido actually have 150? That's sick. I mean, then he's probably just better and easier to bring because he's EX3 for me.
Your 90% break, and I don't know if either of the races of this one match any of Kaido's killers. I don't think they do.
No, they don't. They don't. Um, Although but then I'm probably doing like a Katana Regina. He doesn't have a 150. Well, at least not on the wiki that I can tell. It was the ability unlocked by morale, right? One.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
the one that imperils all elements.
I'm trying to find it. It's
Shift
weird.
form
Where?
only.
Sorry.
Shift form only.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, shift form, of
Um,
course. Oh my god, I was looking in her base form. Oh yeah, holy shit,
Natural
that's really
flow.
good. Although the sucky thing about this is that I would have to care about morale,
Yeah, that's true.
which I really don't want to do. Okay, let's see. This is going to be interesting. We're not building a Regina clear here. We're just telling you what this trial is about. I was about to tell you. So it does preemptive charm, and it seems to be reapplying charm every couple turns. So, if you're not bringing Sylvie, you can just bring the Lakshmi Esper.
Yeah.
And again, turn one there we have a couple of options to be charm immune.
I don't see anything in the skill set that actually reduces charm resist. So if you can gear the whole party to be passively immune, you don't need any active buffs for it.
Oh, nice.
So
That's even
help.
better. He does have a petrify to all enemies as well. So
Oh yeah.
and he does
Yeah,
have a
we'll need to.
death, but death is provocable, so you can just
Yeah.
be death immune on whoever is your provoker, which is usually fairly easy.
Yep. So that shouldn't be too hard to deal with.
No, true, true.
And then it
All right,
mostly
super interesting.
the actual AI is not up yet, but the skill set is, and it looks very physical heavy.
Yeah,
So yeah,
surprise, surprise.
that's probably a little tank, but Runda should work as a budget option, and then you want like some dark resist on everyone for the magic, which is mostly single target, and then there's a big elementless magic AoE, but that might be something you can avoid AI-wise by like sealing with the red elements or something.
Haven't seen
I don't
anything about sealing yet, though. But yeah, yeah.
haven't actually tried it.
But yeah, there is the 5x. There is the 5x AOE that you will need dark resistance for, and that's about it. I'm gonna
But
bring
yeah,
Fledgling Warrior of Light because I think he actually has dark resistance buffs.
this clash doesn't look too complicated just from the skill
Yeah,
set.
seems easy. Seems easy. Let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see.
I think that's becoming pretty standard for like the first clash of each season, though.
Yeah, as an intro clash. So what else do we have this week? Do we have anything really? Oh, I want to bring up the new event, the Don't Stop Slashing, I think it's called.
Okay,
Um,
can you
so
tell me
so
what's
it's
going on with this one?
yeah, it's kind of like a mini. So first of all, the MK, the Monking is super annoying because all the zombies do zombie AOE on your party when they die. So you have to always tap all the units in your party.
Zombies do zombie. Surprising.
Yeah. But it means that if you have one unit that hasn't acted, it's not going to go on to the next turn, even though you've killed all the zombies. Because all
Uh,
units have to act because they have this post death thing they need to do. So that's super annoying because every friend you bring, you have to add them to your repeat. So yeah.
right.
But the event is worthy mentioning because the boss, the zombie fight director,
Is it
there's a
Hiroki?
boss as well. No, it's not Hiroki. Could have
Oh,
been, could have been.
sorry,
Weak to
Hiroki.
fire and light, but I think the only thing that's interesting here is it's super easy. The only thing that's interesting here is that on the so it's a 3 wave battle, and on the third wave you cannot come in with preemptive buffs to resistances, and he just randomly. Actually, I don't know if it's random, could be targeted, but he at least does some ailments on your team. So I cleared it by just having somebody that can clear ailments in my party. But that's basically about it. Not much to say. You do need some mana because he drains everyone's mana as well.
Sounds kind of annoying for a farming event, but
No, it's not a farming. So this is just a one off. You're getting
oh,
10
okay.
1 out of 10 enemy summon tickets. So if you do the easy and the difficult mode on this boss, you get a free envy.
Okay.
So so it's definitely worth doing, but it's not farmable at all. This you just need to do I
Yeah.
mean, it's not really difficult. I just wanted to mention the whole you're gonna need to cleanse and you're gonna need to fill some MP basically.
Are you sure it's not because the top version of it seems to drop like 500,000 of what appears to be a currency and 2,000 event points, unless that's
But
just
that
like
isn't that just
like
a
copy
single
paste.
clear? That has to be a single clear.
Yeah, but what do you need the event points and currency for?
Oh, for the monking.
There's
Yeah, I
a
mean,
separate blocking
yeah,
that
exactly.
doesn't
This is a
do those
separate, just
annoying
as an extra
things.
fight. Yeah.
Okay, the
Well, the
monking
monking is
doesn't.
annoying because the zombies still do zombie on you, which
Okay,
sucks. But yeah.
okay, but the ailment stuff and mana stuff.
Yeah, that's specifically for the zombie fight director.
Okay, cool.
All right, so I think that's it for this week, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen much else of interest. It seems to
No,
be a
no.
few bugs and little annoyances still going around. Like I don't think Carton is on any banners right now.
Ah, okay, yeah. Neither is Zibara, I want to say.
No, I don't think so. But she also didn't get anything new, so
Yeah,
there's less reason to feature her.
true. But yeah, this is gonna
They
be exciting to see
they
what people
listened
are
and
gonna cap with.
added Sylvie and Wilk to the ticket exchange for fragments.
They did?
Yeah, apparently, along
Oh,
with cosplay Rain and Laswell that were also missing, but no one cared about them.
oh, that's nice. That's nice, at least. At least something, right? And I'm super
Yeah,
happy that Nicola and Sakura got upgraded. This makes me super happy, and not just like a Regina fanboy, but just like in general, I think it's nice we're getting these.
even if
Although
they
it's
are
mostly
quite
because I'm a
late.
Regina fanboy.
Yeah. Oh well.
But it's nice. It's nice. I mean, and I already see in our Discord in the Clash channel that people are clearing and capping this Clash with different teams and different elements. That's super fun to see, actually.
Yeah. And without Lilith, which is nice that's possible.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think Lilith makes it a lot easier, but yeah,
Well,
probably.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's it for this week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Thanks for chilling and talking about sluts. It's always fun.
Had to come back to that, didn't we?
I am a professional at this. All right. I had a theme in mind as I had to, go back to it. This is when we would roll the YouTube outro song and make a ton of money. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.